Hello everyone, my name is Josh, and this is the Skype for Business recap. It is a cloudy morning here in the Austin area of Texas, but at least it's not snowing or terribly cold. We're still near 80 here, so comfortably sitting outside in a t-shirt still. Can't complain too much, right? There is no secret what the big news, the huge news of the week is. It is Microsoft Teams, finally here. The much anticipated, much rumored about, previously thought to be called Skype Teams product has finally landed. Microsoft officially announced the arrival of Microsoft Teams just a couple days ago. So very, very cool. There has been an avalanche of content and information being pumped into all the social circles ever since. Microsoft has a lot of its own content already out there. And I really have to say, I am very impressed with how Microsoft has delivered the preview of Microsoft Teams versus previews or rushed releases of other things in the past. They have done a good job here. They've covered a lot of bases. There's still more to come, more development happening, more features to be released. Some we know about, some we don't. But they've done a great job with it. With that, let's dive right in. All right, let's go to the Infinity screen and start talking about this right out the gate. Now, of course, with it being my show, I get to do the shameless self-promotions, which I take the liberty of doing quite often. Today, we're going to start off with the blog post that I did on this on November 2nd, Wednesday, when they made the announcement. All right, so this post pretty much not only welcomes Microsoft Teams to the collaboration portfolio that Office 365 and Microsoft's other on-prem products already bring to organizations, but it digs into a little bit of what it is, how it's related, to Skype for Business and other Office products, and then some history. So kind of going down here, we kind of start off introducing the product, saying how it fits in. I then put a link to the video that I'm going to show you in a second that I did that is kind of a generic intro to Microsoft Teams and walkthrough with using it with a Skype for Business slant. Of course, because it's me and that's what I do. Skype for Business is my bread and butter, right? So that's kind of the take that this video has. As we go down, we share a couple of the screenshots from the announcement and live demo that they did during Wednesday's announcement. Very cool stuff there. Then we talk about the need here, and if you read through this, you're going to see that we talk a bit about Slack. We talk a bit about the market opportunity that Slack took advantage of because Microsoft kind of ceased development and expansion of persistent chat when there was a valid need there. And I don't know how long Teams has been in the works, but I think Teams was a good answer to this gap that Microsoft has had for quite a while. But it talks a bit about what this need was, how Slack fit right in there, and how Microsoft is answering that with Teams. And then we talk a little bit about the Office 365 differentiator that Teams has the advantage of, okay? Because Teams is available as an Office 365 add-on. It's something that you need to enable within your environment to start using. So, and being a part of Office 365, where there is already a base of nearly 100 million paid users, you know that you're going to have widespread adoption and interest right out the gate, which tends to put a dent into the potential market share that competitors would have. So there's my take on it. And obviously from this blog post, you can watch the video on it, and it just kind of gives you a generic intro. Next, shameless self-promotion here, the video. And I've kind of forwarded through the video to a spot where Michael Tressler and I were doing a brief demo. I want to thank Michael again for joining me on the my intro video to Teams. Michael goes by the alias Flinchbot on Twitter. And we did a brief little demo on how to do a not just audio-video session in Teams, but a multi-party one at that. Because if you'll notice the screen here, if we blow this up, you've got me still recording down in the middle here, all right? And then from here where I was recording, we've got the other two participants in the video. So me showing up twice, obviously I was signed into two different accounts, myself and Michael Jordan, seemed fitting. And then we had Michael's video feed as well. And if you look on the edges, you'll see that we are still within Teams. You see this? We got the Teams menus over here, the settings options and feedback section, which is important during a preview phase. And then we've got our chat window that goes with this audio-video call. And I also want to thank Michael for being so kind as to make me not feel out of place by modeling not one, but multiple hats during this recording, including this amazing giant beer mug hat. Very, very cool. It was a fun time recording this, and I really enjoyed being able to share it. I noticed it's gotten pretty decent reception, a lot of views on this video already, and I hope if you guys are one of those that you enjoyed your little walkthrough on Teams from my perspective. Of course, shrinking this back down, if we expand the information here, we talk a little bit about the what Teams is, etc. And then looking at all the up next recommendations that we've got here, there is a lot of content about Microsoft Teams already on YouTube, especially in the blog atmosphere out there. There's a lot going on. So again, I'll share this link on this YouTube video description so that you can check out my blog or the video to start getting yourself familiar with what Teams is. Now, going beyond that, to dive even more into the Skype for Business integration pieces that are pertinent to Microsoft Teams, I wanted to point out Matt Landis's blog post here. And Matt Landis, of course, an MVP in the community and a definite leader when it comes to sharing content and letting us know what the latest and greatest information is. Matt did a great job at stepping through Teams and pulling out the pieces that really talk about where you would expect Skype for Business integration to be as opposed to where the integration actually is right now. And I'm going to touch on this very briefly, but I want to encourage you to go through and read this. Matt is always very clear but concise, and he does a really good job of showing, hey, these are the areas where us Skype for Business people can go in and see that there is integration right now. And what this does is kind of lets us know what we should be looking for in the future, what kind of questions we need to be asking Microsoft, and what might be next for Teams. Teams is a product in Office 365 that has tight integration, not just with Skype for Business, but with the whole Office 365 suite, Power BI, the Office suite, and then a number of third-party connectors are available as well. And so it really just takes the whole groups and planner and OneDrive sections of Office 365 and brings them all to one easy-to-use single pane of glass application. And it is a beautiful app, in my opinion, a great way to tie it all together. But again, for people like us and the Microsoft UC and Skype for Business side of things, this is a great way to see where that integration is now. He talks about presence in regards to it not being Skype for Business presence. Okay, it looks like it, but it is in fact presence from two different areas. And he breaks that down a little bit better here. One-to-one instant messaging. So he points out that inside the Teams tab, which is right down in here, inside that Teams tab, Skype for Business chat is not being used. It is a separate chat just within Teams. However, in the chat tab, you can possibly be talking to a Skype for Business user with Skype for Business chat, all depending on, what the situation is. If the user is online or on-prem, if they're online, yeah, you could be chatting with them that way. If they're on-prem, no, you're going to be chatting with them via the Teams tool. There is not really integration at this point with on-prem. I say that with a grain of salt because I'm still trying to catch up the best I can here, and maybe those facts are not solid. So we need to do some more digging. But when I first saw this, the on-prem integration wasn't there. It's online only, where you might be seeing this. Next up, meetings. So as he calls out, the meetings that you will see in here are meetings that will show up if they are already in your Skype for Business, if you already have Skype for Business meetings set up in Office 365, those meetings will appear within the meeting section. If you create meetings within the meeting section, they are not Skype for Business meetings. They are meetings only within Teams. They have a join button, and it does do audio, video, and all that good stuff, but it is only within Teams. Okay, it's not the same as a regular Skype for Business meeting. These are important differentiating facts, and it will be important to see how this evolves once Microsoft brings Federation into the mix with Teams and chats and working together, etc. So very good, concise roll up of where Skype for Business integrates with Teams. Thank you, Matt. Next up, another article on this, Teams plus Skype for Business on the Mastering Lync blog. For those of you that don't know, this is going to be Richard. I'm going to say his last name wrong, and I know I shouldn't, but Brentison. The guy knows his Lync at Skype for Business really well, and I really should know how to say his last name. But he is a MVP as well as an MCM and MCSM, and he did a very good couple write-ups, actually, but the one I'm calling out here is write-up on the integration pieces between Teams and Skype for Business. So you're going to see some of these same points touched on that Matt had, but as you can see, Richard goes into a little bit more depth when it comes to like flowcharts and showing the points at which you will see integration or you won't see integration and etc. So definitely worth a read there as well. These are things we need to know as we're talking to customers and talking about how they're going to leverage this tool and how it's going to play nicely with their existing set of products that they have deployed within their own company. All right, so very good stuff there. Lastly, on the Teams note, I want to point out that there is a Microsoft Virtual Academy section here. A number of videos, and these are brief. I mean, 58 seconds, 3 minutes. These are short videos, all within section 1, which is an introduction to Microsoft Teams and preview. And then we go to number 2, deploy and manage Microsoft Teams. These are all still very short videos. You could get through this probably in under an hour, I'm thinking, looking at all this. And it really gets you familiar with what it is, what its capabilities are, how to turn it on and manage it, okay? So MVA, free courses, go check this out, go watch the videos, start learning everything you can. Teams is going to be big. It is going to be something amazing. It is slotted for general availability in Q1 of 2017, and I believe there are going to be more features released at that point. We'll probably see Federation around then, if not before, and hopefully a little bit more story behind what the narrative is going to be with Skype for Business integration on a forward-looking basis. So, but get familiar with it as much as you can now. All right? With that note, let's exit the Teams discussion. Let's go over to Guy Bakar. Again, I probably just butchered your name. Sorry, Guy. But Bachar, I'm sorry. He shared with us the KB3127934. This is the November 2016 update for Lync 2013 and Skype for Business. As you can see, there is no short list of fixes that are introduced in this update. Things from the web page was not loaded in response to you clicking the link, down to you are able to wrongly take another identity in a conference call. That's kind of messed up. UI changes for toast notification when an incoming call for a boss. There's a whole number of fixes in here that this update addresses. 32-bit download, 64-bit download, and then, of course, he gives the official source at support.microsoft.com. So, Guy, thank you for cleaning this all up into a very nice, easy-to-consume format, providing us the links we need, and putting it out there for us. We thank you, sir. Oh, goodness. Let's refresh this page. There we go. Mark Vale, new Office Servers and Services MVP. He, I believe, is currently en route or arriving in Washington for the MVP Summit. But before he took off on that journey, he put together not just this tool, but also a good, nice long post on his time at Future Decoded and Teams. So feel free to check out his blog and look at that post. For now, before Teams was announced, Mark shared this awesome script that he put together here, the Certificate Generator and Request Tool. He provides a link to the tool right down here, Certificate Maker V2. He has a video that does a very lovely demo, and it even has very pleasant and soothing music to the background. I love it. The video was very clean and to the point. As you can see by looking at the screen, he has the certificate MMC up right here. We can see that the certificates are not there. He runs this script. It prompts him for a number of inputs. He inputs that stuff. He chooses whether or not he wants to send it to the online certificate authority right then and there. In the case of his first part of his video, he does. And the certificate authority sends the response back with the intermediate certs and all that. He refreshes the screen, and you can see the certs are automatically installed and ready to go. Wonderful, wonderful script. Here's all the input options, things you would expect: friendly name, common name, subject alternative name, the algorithms, the key length, export private key, yes or no, and then a couple other additional inputs. And then the root certificate import, he notes that there are only, a handful of ones available, but it looks like he's got all the main ones covered here. GoDaddy, DigiCert, Komodo, Global Sign, GeoTrust. That pretty much wraps up most of the big ones. So he's got all that in there. Great demo on how to do this thing. And as he points out, this is not just for Skype for Business. This goes for any need to generate a certificate when you don't have IIS handy, or you need to do a SAN certificate and IIS isn't going to cut it for you, or whatever the case may be. You can run this on, let's see, I think he said Windows Server 2003 to 2016, because it just utilizes CertUtil and CertRec executables, which are found in all Windows OSs for the servers. So there we go. Very cool stuff. Get this script if you think this will help. I know I'm probably going to be deploying this in various environments for easy cert generation when I don't want to mess with IIS or have to go chasing down some other third-party tool. Running a script from right on the server and having it all done right in front of me. It's a beautiful thing. So Mark, thanks for putting the work into that, and thanks for sharing it with us. All right, guys. That wraps up today's Skype for Business recap. It has been a very busy week. I'm tired. Got a little bit of work to wrap up my Friday, and I'm going to try to enjoy this weekend coming up. I hope you will do the same. I hope you will continue kicking the tires on Teams, and I look forward to sharing more content on Teams with you in the coming days here, as well as seeing some of your content on Teams as well. By the time Teams rolls out, I think all of us might be experts on it at this rate. People are consuming this and getting crazy about it like I haven't seen anybody get in quite a while for a release from Microsoft. So, very exciting announcement. Thank you all for joining me. If you enjoyed the show, as always, please retweet or reshare, or tell me you enjoyed it. Or if you didn't, tell me you hated it and what the reasons were. All right, I'm very open to feedback of all kinds. So there's that. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend, and adios.